Ooh, hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a review of this new Kano record, made in the Manor. This is the latest full-length LP from UK rapper Kano, who is a bit of a vet when it comes to hip-hop and grime in the United Kingdom. It's been about 10 years since the release of his breakout full-length debut commercial album. He's dropped a few records since then, and the scene has grown since then too by leaps and bounds. I have people asking me to check out and review the next big UK rapper every day. There's new records coming out all the time. I'm always hearing tracks or features from people like JME and Skepta and Wiley. I thought that Little Sims record was okay. Not really a big fan of Ghost Poet, but he's worth checking out. I think Kate Tempest has a lot of potential, and Scroobius Pip is a pretty interesting eccentric as well. And then there's all the dudes over at like High Focus whose instrumentals have more of an American flavor a lot of the time. If you're curious about UK hip-hop, I suggest that you try out any of the artists that I just mentioned, without question. Now, like I said, it's been 10 years since Kano broke out with his debut record, so understandably, he would be a little, I guess, sentimental at this point, and that certainly comes through in these songs. I wouldn't say the album goes entirely soft, though. There's a good handful of bangers on this thing, specifically the track New Banger, which is a great single with a hard beat, buzzing bass, amped production that is just it's metallically hard. It's just steel reinforced. And Kano comes with this rapid fire flow, lots of funny bars, lots of clever quips. The song Hall is a great banger as well. Huge introduction to the album itself. Some of my favorite bars are actually on this track. One set of bars that I'm just going to put up on screen over here. This is fantastic. I also love the Rolling Stones reference in this little patch of bars over here, sort of having a hit when you cross the pond. Really clever. The buzzing beat on this track has kind of a dubstep flavor. There are some tones that roar like they're distorted guitars on this thing. And then with the song Three Wheel Ups, Kano goes toe to toe with Wiley and Giggs, and it's just, again, another rapid fire flow fest. With these tracks, Kano essentially proves that he's still very much at the top of his game when it comes to this grime shit. But this album shows a lot of maturity and multiple sides of Kano. There are plenty of topical and very introspective and personal songs in the track listing here too, like on the track T-Shirt Weather in the Manor, where Kano sort of goes down memory lane, musing about ribs and braided hair, the ice cream truck in his neighborhood. It's all very cute, it's all nostalgic, it's all endearing, but then it seems like the last verse here, everything turns really sour with a lot of his friends and artists kind of turning against him as he grows more famous. The fame sort of bitters this sweet, idyllic life that he once lived, which is a theme that recurs again and again on this project. Actually, on the song This Is England, there's one line that pops up where he says that he's a Tupac in a land full of Suge Knights. That's on the song This Is England, which is this really epic, horn-backed tribute anthem to his home country. It's very glitzy, it's very glamorous. It's one of a few instrumentals here that sort of read to me as something like, I don't know, Ryan Lewis would produce. Things get even more sentimental on the song Little Sis. This track, lyrically, I think is one of my favorites on here, though I don't really think the lyrics and the instrumental match the kind of very cold, monotone delivery that Kano has on this track. Still, his efforts seem really heartfelt as he goes, again, back into his past and sort of tells this story about this sister that he has, who he's essentially estranged from at a very young age, and now he's just kind of left wondering what her life is, and if there's any real chance to reconnect. This is one of a few tracks on here, including the song Strangers, where it seems like Kano is trying to extend an olive branch, and it's a really heartwarming moment, or a couple of moments on the record. Strangers, to me, the better of these two tracks. To me, it seems like because he has this history with this person who now he is not really talking to, there's even more reason for his voice to warm up a little bit on this track, and it does. And while there is two sides to every story, Kano's need, his desire to reconnect with this person seems so warm and genuine that I can't help but be moved by the track. So while this Little Sis track is decent, the album sort of loses steam past this point as Kano continues to work this sentimental, nostalgic angle, but with so much less results. Like on the song A Roadman's Hymn, or Drinking in the West End, which is kind of this cutesy, inconsequential bar story song. The song Deep Blues with Damon Albarn on vocals, who delivers a very chilly chorus on this track. Bit of a tit-for-tat thing because Kano has very famously appeared on Gorillaz songs before. And the verses are decent. It's kind of an interesting topical track about life kind of kicking you in the teeth. But I don't know, the refrain on here about life just getting real just doesn't seem as poetic as it could have been. The song structure and I guess the beat itself seems pretty underwhelming too. The way the track transitions into Damon Albarn's chorus, it's just so... ugh. Just passionless, really, similarly to one of many tracks from a few of Damon Albarn's recent solo releases. These several tracks in the center of the record really create a huge lull in an album that had such a fantastic start. Thankfully, the album picks up a little bit for a pretty big ending with the song Seashells in the East, which again has one of these glitzy, glamorous beats. Not a lot here lyrically that's sticking with me, but Kano's sung vocals on this track are definitely one of the moments where when he does manage to sing on a song, it goes over pretty well. Kano's verses, though, I think get lost in the huge clutter of instrumentation on this track, but I guess it's sort of made up for with the instrumental being so huge and punchy and dynamic, sort of jazzy. And the closing track here, My Sound, I see it as a closer because it's right before a few punchy bonus tracks. The instrumental on this track takes on a bit of a Caribbean flavor, and Kano just kind of talks about his passion for his music and his sound, his style. And that's essentially the track listing here in a nutshell. It's not a bad LP and definitely one of the more promising UK rap records that I've heard in a while. Kano brings a lot of variety, a lot of versatility, a lot of passion. I just think he continues to work that sad, somber angle a little too hard. It's like he's trying to dig for gold when it's just kind of been exhausted by tracks like Strangers and Little Sis that, I mean, these are high points of emotion on the record, high points that he's not really going to surpass or out-endear. Still, though, all that being said, this is a pretty decent record, and I recommend that you check it out if you're looking for a hip-hop act from across the pond that, again, has some topical tracks, some mature tracks, some hard-hitting, tooth-gritting, in-your-face tracks. I'm feeling a light 7 on this thing. Transition! Have you given this album a listen? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it? You're the best, you the best. What should I review next? Hit the like if you like. Please subscribe or you'll die. Not really, but Kano, made in the Manor, forever.